Welcome back, this is Jackie, your nerdy crafter. And Angel, your nerdy bird. In honor of the new Maleficent movie that's coming out this Friday, you guys will learn how to make an ear cuff that's inspired by her wings. Depending on the angle, you can see that there's a blue sheen to them. Now you don't have to use these dark colors. If you want, nothing stops you from customizing it to the colors of your preference. Right, Angel? I just love it when he's agreeable. Here's what you'll need for this project. Black, a little bit of white, rounded and pointy tools, a cutter, mica pigments, eyeshadow, or even blue paint will do, rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip to remove any fingerprints or dust particles that we may get on the project. And if you have a hard time doing the shape on your own, I drew this for you guys and I will leave it on my Facebook. The first thing you're going to do is take a small ball of black clay and roll it out into a chubby snake. Here it is. Now what we're going to do in order to make the ear cuff is we need to make it into a letter C. But what's important to remember is that the top part of the C needs to be extremely narrow. The narrower the top part, the better fitted it will be on your ear. And then the bottom part is going to be slightly larger. Now leave it aside by the time we do the wing. Now flatten out a big piece of black clay to about this thickness and cut out the shape that I left for you guys. Now with your pointy tool, take each end of each triangle and make a line that goes from thick to thin near the end. Now starting from the furthest feather, which is the bottom one, take the dull side of your blade, or you can use a ruler if you want, and start pushing at a 45-degree angle towards you. Like so. Now take your rubbing alcohol and Q-tip and clean up in case you got too many fingerprints on top of there, and to even out the parts that are a little awkward. Now before we go on any further, take your first layer of feathers and the cuff and make sure that you put the end right after the curve, right here, and smooth it in. If you're a little hesitant, feel free to add reinforcements. Since this is the back of the cuff, don't worry about what this part looks like. So far so good. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to dip your finger in either your eyeshadow, your mica pigment, glitter, or paint, and lightly go over the feathers. You don't want to get the crevices, you just want to get the top parts. Take another sheet of black clay and flatten it out extremely thin, and cut out a slight W shape out of this piece. Now take this piece and put it as your second layer of feathers. Like so. Now take your cutter again and cut out more triangles at the end of the second layer. Now take your pointy tool again, make the lines, and then fold it over with your cutter. If this part is giving you a bit of a hard time, cut it off and keep working on it and then stick them back together at the end. Now take your pigment again and put it on top of the next layer of feathers. And now you're going to repeat the same process for one last time for the last layer of feathers. Now take your white and make a little point out of it, like so, and place it on the top tip of the wing, right there. Now give it a curve. Now clean it up because you definitely got some dirt on there. Now stick your cuff back on there. There you go. Now bake for 12 minutes at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that your oven was preheated. All done! Now remember, it's really important to have this top part narrow. If you make it too wide, it will not stay around your ear. So make sure you do that part narrow. Right, Angel? Angel is amazing for your self-esteem. Angel, am I the smartest? Are all my viewers the smartest? You see, he's great. Now remember, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that button. And if you haven't added me on Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt, and Instagram, do it. Until then, if you have suggestions for future geeky tutorials, leave them in the comment section below. I will see you guys next week.